When I was first desiring to know God in a deeper way, I wrote him in my journal and I said that I wanted to know his ever-presence. I wanted God to be the light before my steps and the thoughts before my movements. I wanted to believe his promise that he knows our thoughts before we think them, and that he is all present, all knowing, and all powerful. I wanted to feel the confidence to trust God to catch me if I was falling, and to lead me if I was blindfolded. Once he took me through a lifestyle of having to depend on his support to show up to rescue us every day, God started to speak to me through everything. Whether it was nature, road signs, license plates, or even a pattern. God showed me wonderful things in very mysterious ways, and it required faith to believe. After a while, God gave me such deep details that I would know where he was sending our financial support and how it would arrive, even down to the exact dollar amount. Those details of his ever-present and intentional love is what gave me the faith to rest and trust him to show up to do as he promised. Often God would show me who would be contacting me before they did, and he would show me what they would have to say before they even contact me or before the event happened. It's like we are always walking together hand in hand, and God would show me what would come before each event ever took place. That helped me to trust him better. One night I was washing my daughter's blanket and God highlighted a leopard print on the fabric that I never noticed was there before. I knew God was talking to me about animal print, specifically camouflage. Then he led me to read a personal love letter that he had me write for someone recently that was about a clouded leopard. As I read the love letter, God gave me a couple hidden treasures for myself of things that would happen just out of the couple symbols of the letter. He also kept expressing to me that we are protected and hidden. I knew God was preparing me for something, and I was carefully paying attention to his signs and bracing myself to trust. Late that night, there was a knock on the door, and it gave me a bit of panic because no one knows where we live, and for a reason. God protects us from some dangers that are around, and that is why I'm careful about what I share. I quietly looked out the peephole and I saw a man I didn't recognize standing at the door. I chose not to answer the door, and after he left, I was trying to resist letting my mind run away with terrible and dreadful ideas. God kept showing me the camouflage and assured me that we were safe. If God had not shown me those ever-present promises, I would have been thinking so many fearful things. However, I was able to rest in God's promise and trust that we are hidden and camouflaged from any predators or dangers that could seek bad things for us. It happens very often when I receive a personal love letter for someone else, that God will drop little symbols to help me see something currently coming in my life. There are hidden love messages from God all around us, when we are willing to be open and trust that he is always in the midst of every detail with us. He knows the number of hairs on our head and what we will say before we even think about what we'll say. He knows the path we will travel on and the little treasures that he could reveal a message to us through that path. There's something incredibly wonderful about knowing that God is always there to show what to expect. Sometimes when I cannot see what is happening, I'll ask God to show me. I did that the other day. There was a certain situation in my life and I couldn't tell what was going on, and I had no clue what would happen. And God gave me a little sign of what would happen, and with only a few hours, the thing God showed me happened just like that. I recently received a personal love letter for someone from God And the symbol that God had me write the entire love letter around was sea glass. It was beyond beautiful and glorious in every way. However, the part that really touched my heart was the correspondence that I received after the person received the letter. The person told me the sea glass was incredibly special between her and her mom, and that they would always go looking for sea glass together. The part that really detailed the intentional love of God was that the love letter was specifically about blue sea glass. The precious woman told me her mom always told her to find the blue sea glass because those are the best. Then she sent me a photo of a jar of sea glass from her mantle that had a big blue sea glass piece as the biggest and most beautiful part of the display. It was truly overwhelming and increased my confidence in God's ever-present love always being there to show the way. If there's something you want to know that is going to happen in your life, or if you would like God to reveal what is happening in a situation that you cannot see yet, then ask Him. He's not so far away as it can feel at times. Ask Him those things you don't know, and then open your heart to believe and receive in whatever He will show you. God is always ahead of us, and He knows what is happening when we do not. His intentional love is the candle that lights up the darkness of those places that we cannot see. He'll go before us and give us promises about upcoming events, so we can rest and stay calm in His love to show up again and again. If you would like to have a personal love letter service, I still offer that on my website. It's www.diamondsfromthedust.com, and it's under the personal love letter page, or it's also on my store page. I love you to pieces, and I pray that God will show up today even as your ever-present love, to fulfill whatever you may need, whatever you may be wanting to know, and just to show you that His love is all around you, holding every detail of your life in His careful care, and His love is wrapped around every single detail, and that you can rest in His love to carry you through everything, to provide you everything, and to answer those even silent cries of your heart that you've never told a soul. He knows them all. And I pray He'll reach you in that place, and that He will comfort you in ways that no one in the world can. Because that's what He does. He's the comforter. And He knows everything we're going through, even when no one else does. And He's there when no one else cares. He does. And His love will show up when everyone else in the world has abandoned you or let you down or no longer cares about your needs. God does. And He is in your midst, and He's ready to show you the most incredible, ever-present love.